So Manchester City 0, Arsenal 0. It looks like we've learned from last season, Jez. Make sure you sub to Jez, Arsenal History and More. And squeeze it in the title, I will. If not, it's in description. Defensive masterclass. Limited them to one shot on target, and that was Ake off his shoulder, which he probably should have buried. Other than that, they were limited to next to nothing. 6 men parked in the back line, 4 in front of them. Going forward, we were a little bit Gabriel Jesus stinker. Our captain at times was a bit off, ducking out of tackles, holding the ball too long. But overall, we could have nicked it. Trossard should have squared it on that cross. Jesus from the Saka one as well, where he did the Gaza, where he slid in and just missed it against Germany. What did you make of that, mate? What did you make of it overall? We're still there. It's not the worst result in the world, but just
frustration. Basically, it wasn't a great game to watch for any neutral. I called it. I said it's going to be a tight game, this one. And it was. And our defence were rock today. We kept them out. We were under pressure for a good, 12, 13 minutes in that first half. But we shithoused the way out of it. And, yeah, I'll take it. I did say to you last week, Lee, 3 points I want, but I'll take a point. Because we've taken 4 points off City this season, right? We haven't won at that place for 8 years or so. So we got a point. It's not the greatest result I wanted, but unfortunately, Liverpool got the 3 today. That's not good. We've now got to rock up against Luton. But in fairness about this game, our defence proved mental stability today. They didn't panic. They did their jobs. Yeah. And they ploughed away. Saka, I thought, was awful. I won't lie. I thought he was shit today. Jesus.
He was the worst player on the pitch.
Takes way too many touches in front of goal when he could have just take the pot shot. Yeah. Sorry, Jesus. You're not Thierry Henry. And just take the shot, bro, and have a go. If it goes in, it goes in. If it don't, at least you've had a go. No, stop piss-arsing around. A couple of players I thought were poor, but we walked out with a point. I'll take it on the chin, and let's move on now.
Yeah, there was some poor performers today. Kivior, I wanted him to start. He was awful. Yeah, Jesus was the worst player on the pitch for me. I capped him, shocking. Ducking out of tackles. I'm like, mate, what are you doing? Off the ball, yeah, cool. He was getting back in, he was tucking in, he was blocking off the passing lanes and all of that. But going forward, mate, he frustrates the life out of me, Odegaard. Yeah, because when Arsenal are playing in that groove, like when we're slapping teams up, he's always one of the best players on the pitch. And when you're playing a very tactical game like that, yeah, he winds me up because you have to have that flawless pass every time, and he ain't got it. Yeah, there's so many times that 29 run off the shoulder of the centre-back. Yeah, and all he had to do was just lay that pass through the 2 centre-backs, or between the full-back and the centre-back, and 29 was clean through.
He did make that lovely pass to Trossard in the second half.
Oh, yeah, that was class. Yeah, that was class.
That's the only decent one. It's the only decent one I can think of.
Like, off the ball, he was good. Like, for most of it. Not all of it, but most of it, he was good. Yeah, like, blocking the lanes. But then it's like, he's like Jesus. He just takes so many touches, Jez. He's so frustrating because it's like, there's a player there. Yeah, same with Jesus. They're both quality. They're quality. Now show me your quality. Yeah, and it's just jarring, man. And it's like, listen, I don't want to make this a negative thing, yeah? Like, at the end of the day, defensively, we were awesome. And we have been all season pretty much. Like, if you think, right, we conceded 24 goals this season. 3 came against Luton. Yeah, 2 against Fulham. In fact, 4 against Fulham. Was it 4? Yeah, we drew against Fulham at home, didn't we? 2-2. Or was that last season?
Oh, fuck me. I can't remember now.
I can't remember, mate. This season feels like it's gone on for about 5 years. I can't lie. With all the stops and starts.
Break, man. International, it longs it out.
How confident are you, though, Jez? Right, because I'm looking at the bench today, and the bench looks a lot better. We had Martinelli, we had Trossard, we had Tomiyasu, we had Partey. Smith Rowe, he never came on. Reece Nelson was on the bench. Our bench looks a lot better today. But how confident are you? Because we've got Luton Wednesday and then Brighton at the weekend. Yeah. Whereas Liverpool have got Sheffield United on Thursday at Anfield, and then they've got Man United on the weekend at Old Trafford. Man City on Wednesday have got Aston Villa at Etihad, and then Palace away. So in them 2 games from now, we could be back top again. And it's going to go like this, I think. So how confident are you?
I'm very confident, actually. I know Luton are going to be a wounded animal Wednesday night. They're going to come because they're fighting for their lives. And we know how difficult that can be against teams like that. It's been proven for years and years and years. You've seen it, I've seen it. I just think we'll have too much for them at the Emirates. I know we scraped out of there with the 4-3 at Kenilworth, but I think we're going to actually get that over the line. Brighton away will be a different prospect. I'll be at that one, and I'm going to try and vlog it at half time if I can. Never done a vlog before, so I'm going to have to speak to Kenny how I do it.
Make sure you turn your phone to the side. Don't do it face on. Do it sideways.
Portrait. No, is that no landscape? Yeah. Yeah, I'll give that a go if I can get a signal, which I hope I will. But yeah, I think we're gonna. I think Wednesday, Saturday, we'll come out of there with 6 points. It will keep us there. It's gonna go down to the wire. The only ones the one big game I'm worried about. I really am. Right. I think we'll do Man United. I think we'll do Chelsea, Tottenham,
Spurs. Mate, do you know what it is with that team? Yeah, they're not very good, but they're better than they were last season. You know, I watched them at the weekend, and it was like, all of a sudden, here we go. Yeah, and then Luton, mate. Yeah, like I don't know what it is about them, man. They're just a weird team because they've got some very good players, Tottenham, but I just think we're light years clear of them, Jez. Like, I think we're light years clear. And I think we've definitely learned from last season, because last season we were so naive going into that game at the Etihad. Yeah. And that was a game where if City had beaten us this year and last year, they go above us. Albeit they wouldn't have gone top today, City, but they went top by beating us last year. And we were so pathetic last season in that game. And he's definitely learned. Fair play to the manager and the players. Saliba said after the game, we shouldn't be happy with a point. Fucking love that. I love that, mate.
Yeah, and I think this is one thing I was discussing on Friday night, right? I did a show. It's all going to come down and show whether we've changed our mentality. And I think we have. I do honestly say that, because today, right, we were under pressure for a good 13 odd minutes, right? It was relentless. We couldn't get out of our own half, but we rocked it up and we rock solid. Yeah. And our defense has been immense. Yeah. And it's very reminiscent of back in the days of how we could actually shithouse a game out of it. And we did today. And I absolutely respect every one of those defenders today for that. Yeah. The midfield, I thought today our midfield was a bit iffy. Jorginho, I thought, not impressed. I thought, Odegaard, you disappeared, which I'm sorry. In a big game, fella, you're the captain, right? You got to turn up. You got to show some balls, and you didn't. And Declan Rice, personally, for me, was man of the match for me in the Arsenal team.
Same. I agree with you. I said Declan Rice was man of the match. I know Saliba got it, and fair play, but, mate, I thought he was fucking brilliant today. He was everywhere. First off, he was covering for Jesus and Kivior because they kept dilly-dallying. Yeah, and then they made what tackle was it? Who was it that was going through? Was it De Bruyne? I think De Bruyne. He nicked the ball. He just towed the ball away from him back to the keeper. I think it was, or to our centre backs. Yeah, brilliant performance from him today. Yeah, and again, go on, mate. Go
on. That's the way I thought we were weak today. Our left side, we just didn't have the strength in depth there today. And I think if we'd had a better performance out of Jesus, we could have got something better, got something out of the game. He just took way too many touches on the edge of the box, whereas you just got to take the pot shot, man. You know, you could get lucky. But there's one.
Martinelli had that shot. I know it got blocked. Yeah, but no dallying. Just bang, I'm hitting it. Yeah.
Well, you can get deflection. When you've got 4 defenders in front of you, right? Take the bloody shot, man. because you don't know. It could come off somebody's head, off their knee, off their bum, and it wrong
Could
size for
ricochet in the
keeper.
back of the net or to somebody else who taps it in. But listen,
Yeah.
we're going to do player rating shortly, guys. I'm live in 24 minutes, so I need to hurry the flipping hell up. We've got to do Matty's fan cam next. Check out Kenny and myself. Jez, always a pleasure, mate. Arsenal history and more, guys. And yeah, listen, not the worst result in the world. We move on, guys. Luton on Wednesday. Bosh.